Right there we go. I always feel more comfortable. I'm a little bit of a worrywart. I want to make sure that you guys can go ahead and see us. We're just going to hold on here for just like 30 seconds for you guys to refresh your screen. We're going to put something in here, right? Refresh and click play. All right. All right, cool. So now we can get started.
Right. I always feel more comfortable. I'm a little bit of a worrywart.
Yeah, I think it's worked. I
Okay,
think
it's
it works.
working.
$5 in the money jar.
$5 in the money jar. Awesome. Well, okay, everybody. So a little bit of a rough start. Well, welcome to all of everybody here. We have some members watching us right now, and there are people that are not members yet. But I can assure you, that by the time you are done with this illustrious panel, you guys will understand exactly what we're doing here and why that everybody on our team is seeing so much success, my friends, because we have started something that we just can't stop. We don't intend to stop. We intend to take over the world, the internet marketing world, online off. I mean, your friends and family who used to think you were nuts are going to be clamoring. They're going to be beating down your door just to get onto your team. So with that being said, my name's Aaron Cahoon. We got Scott Zlatep there. He's got his hat peeled back. He's looking G tonight. He's pretty awesome. The frozen guy there is Paul Madalena. He is a really awesome. He does all our videos. Unfortunately, this is kind of ironic and it's a little bit funny. His camera is broken, so he's going to look like that the whole night. Don't be alarmed. He is still alive. We have Jim McGilvery there. There he is. He gave you the peace sign, and then the beautiful lady there on the end, from my point of view, that's Ariel Barrett. She's an awesome team member as well. So we're just going to go ahead and get this started. Guys, pay close attention. If you have any questions, once again, we do have the chat. Maybe we can get to some of those, but quite frankly, you're not going to need it. You're going to be so focused on what we say that, here we go. Let's just start this party. Scott, why don't you get the ball rolling?
Well, welcome everybody. Yeah, we're a little bit late to the party. We had some technical difficulties at the very beginning, and we're expecting to have a few other guests that are going to be on the line with us tonight. And you guys, this is so exciting. There's going to be a lot of different people who here. Some are brand new to internet marketing. Some are seasoned veterans. Some might just be guests. So first off, to the guests, welcome aboard. You're going to learn quite a bit tonight, and hopefully if we got some other guests or excuse me some of our valued members on the line with us tonight when they come on, you're going to hear some incredible stuff. Actually, when we get to Ariel, you'll hear some things that just are really uncommon in the world of internet marketing. I remember going back many years, going on 5 years. Since I first came online. Some of you may know who I am, some of you may not. But I got started 5 years ago, and I struggled. I struggled like crazy. I didn't make a single sale, a single commission for like 6 months of my internet career, and when I finally made my first sale, it was a whopping $15. Right? So if anybody out there right now has been in a spot where it's like you're trying to figure stuff out, you don't know how to you want to be able to make money online, but you just don't know how, well, you've showed up at the right place, because this has been a concept of ours for years, and we just never found a way to really put it together. And the fascinating thing, as we grow to now more than 724 members in the past 28 days alone with no paid advertising, that kind of says something. I mean, when you can bring in, as a collective group, over 700 people in less than 30 days, that really says something. So when you have something like this where it's starting to explode virally in nature, there's a reason for it, And most of there's so many different conversations that I've had personally, that every single co-founder has had, that so many people have been looking for something exactly like this. They look at it and they say, finally, this makes sense. Finally, there's a way for the average person to finally start making money. There's a lot of other people that, some other leaders that they're actually members of ours, that they've come on board because they shared the same vision. They shared the vision of, yes, they can produce, they can bring in hundreds and hundreds of people themselves into any opportunity that they choose. But the big downfall and the problem that they've had, that we've all experienced, those of us who are more experienced marketers, nobody could duplicate what we were able to do. So a lot of the times we might bring in 30, 50, 60 people in a single month, but by the next 60 to 90 days, it'd be down to 10 people because everybody else would leave because nobody was making money, right? Well, we've completely eradicated that from the entire industry. We have people that are like Ariel here. When I bring her out, she's going to kind of tell her story and her experiences with our system so far. But we have people that it just doesn't. Normally it wouldn't make sense. How can a person come in, not know anything what they're doing, and start making money within their first week? Well, we've come up with a concept. For anybody who's brand new, who's never seen what we actually have. It's called the 110 method. We actually have some different buttons down below. You can click on the yellow button to come on board with us. Click on the blue button if you are already on board with us, and that will actually pop up into a new window, and you can actually, there's some viral swipe copy. You can use that over on Facebook. Make sure that you do that sometime throughout this whole hangout, so we can get some more people here, because this is really a vision that so many of us have had, and it's really cool to see that so many other leaders, other entrepreneurs that have been in the industry for years, they said, I have wanted to do something like this, but I didn't know how. And so now we finally have the method, the way. We have the system all put together. Everything's all done for you. It's all taken care of, and it's a beautiful thing. That's why we've grown to so fast. 724 members in 28 days. That's some pretty fast growth. So. So without further ado, we've got Ariel. Ariel is one of our guests on. She keeps coming out and then fading back and coming out. So everybody, this is Ariel Barrett. Can you unmute your mic there and come out?
Here I am.
Hey, there you are. So Ariel, we've had you on the Hangout before. I believe it was either last week or the week before, because it was an incredible story. When you first came on. How long have you been marketing online or trying to market online?
None.
Okay, so you've
none
never
at
done
all.
any of this before, right?
No. I've tried a few things, but I mean, I wouldn't necessarily consider it online marketing, just experimenting.
Okay, so now, you kind of started experimenting a little bit. You found this, and what happened when you got started?
Well, when I found it, I was given instructions. Greg is the one who introduced me to it, and he's like, go here. And he's like, follow the steps. And I'm like, okay, that's easy enough. He's like, it's 3 steps. Once you complete it, just follow the directions, and he said you'll be in. I'm like, okay. And then we, chit-chatted back and forth about any questions that I had along the way, but it took me all of about 10, 15 minutes um, to go through everything, and that was it. And I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, that's easy enough. And then maybe like a week after that, Greg sent me a message. He's like, I think you just got paid. And I'm like, what? Because I was on the telephone, so I didn't even, the notifications are coming through. And I saw the message, like, let me check my email. I was like, what? I didn't even get a chance to do anything yet. I was still getting familiar with the system. It's like, you have a power line payment, $25. I'm like, really? like, okay, so I was stoked, even though it was $25, but still, it's just like, this is just like he said, it's easy. But okay, cool.
Yeah. So you barely did anything. You made money in within your first week, and you know it's fascinating because we have that happening constantly. You know, it's actually surprising the different types of Facebook comments and stuff that we actually get where people they came in and they're brand new and all of a sudden they have another comment, you know, a day later. Well, I just got my first person, and then they got their person, and it just kind of spirals like that. Um, you know, this is something you know, it's literally out to change the face of the industry in our opinions, and the coolest thing is we've got people, you know, just such as yourself, Ariel, that you're getting your feet wet in this industry, and you feel good right now. You know, you've
Right.
got that feel good going, and it's a confidence booster. I mean, you feel more confident now that you made your first commission in a week.
Oh yeah, no, it makes me feel a lot more confident because at first I'm like, I don't know, it's just like I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know anything about online marketing. I'm like, what exactly could come from this? Because, my first thought is it's like I know people, these people have like years and years of experience. It's just like I don't even belong here. That's my first reaction. Like, I, how can I ever be successful? And I've never done this before. But it was literally, people give you information and it turns out to be not exactly what they said, but per the instructions I was given and I read it myself, and it actually turned out to be exactly as it was written on the screen. I said, this is great.
Yeah, and that's how we designed it. You know, we designed it for the average everyday person um, who doesn't know anything. You know, like what is it? Doesn't know how to do PPC, doesn't know how to do solo ads, doesn't have a budget for doing solo ads yet. They don't have anything going on really. There's a lot of struggling marketers out there, and a lot of marketers I've actually chatted with one-on-one on Facebook as well, where you thought that they knew some stuff and they really actually didn't. And
Yeah.
so one of the benefits of this is we handle all that stuff. We handle the email marketing. We handle all the big marketing and everything like that, so that the average person can just come in, set up their system, get started with with our bronze level opportunity, and they can start following along and doing some of the minimal tasks that we have them do. There's actually some trainings in our main Facebook group, that just simple trainings that people can just follow and start adding to the team, because anybody who actually clicks on the yellow button down below, if you're a guest, you'll actually see one of our sales videos that actually shows that you actually get members, and we actually have basically one big team build where you're either going to get members from the system itself or from the person who brought you in. So it's a way to catapult a brand new person's business right off the bat, where they're starting to make money very extremely quickly. And like I was saying before, it's a revolutionary concept that has never really, to my knowledge, it's never been done before, not to this extreme. And one of the coolest things is we actually, it's $7 to become part of this system. And here's the thing: what we do with that $7 is we roll it into traffic for you, right? Doesn't go off into some mystical magical bank and say, oh my gosh, we've got all this overhead, which we do have overhead, and some of the the membership dues do, that one-time fee does go towards supporting the infrastructure and everything with the entire team, but everything else, it goes into traffic to build the entire organization, which in turn builds your organization. Now, it's a really cool concept because as we progress, that number is going to get bigger and bigger and bigger, which means more advertising on your behalf. So, I've been involved with many systems. I've been a top producer in many different systems, and personally, I've never seen anybody else do that. And so when we take basically all the money that we essentially generate for the membership fees, it just rolls right back in to create more success for the whole entire team. Now, that is what truly separates us. I mean, yes, we have 10 different opportunities rolled into one, but what really separates us is the fact that we take those membership fees and we roll them back in to get more traffic to basically take over the entire internet is essentially what we're going to be doing. And anybody who's not a part of it, they'll see it after it's done, which is never going to stop because of the way that it rolls out. So thank you, Ariel. Thank you for coming out, and hopefully we can get Greg and a couple of other people on. Is there anything else you'd like to add before we move on?
No, I'm just pushing along and keeping my stride, following the steps. I'm actually nearing the end of my 67-day challenge, so that's really motivational as well. And
Cool.
I'm still working on my prospects. So.
Awesome. Well, cool. Well, thank you very much, Ariel.
I have a question, Ariel. Is it hard?
No. No, it's not, because I have to admit, I could be really kind of lazy at times, and usually I'm tired because I have a new baby, so I'm just like, oh, I don't feel like doing anything. But I can literally just jump on. I rely on the automated feed, and then when I do get a chance to sleep and my brain is rejuvenated, I can come up with a really great post and a picture, and it's like it's not a lot of work, not at all. Like I tell everybody, and it's just like, really? It's just like, they said, well, that was a good post. I said I was asleep when that happened, and a lot of them don't believe me. I have to show it to them. I said I was asleep when it happened. Like, I'm not on Facebook at 3 o'clock in the morning. It's like I have to go to sleep.
It's hard to put down though. Once you get going and you get those new members, it's like you get excited. I mean, you and I talked about this the other day.
It is. I'm up at very unusual hours just to see what has happened, like to go on to the page to check it out. I'm like, this is so addictive, but I'm really having a lot of fun, and I didn't expect that at first, but that's why I'm so excited about it, because I'm having fun.
That's awesome. Yeah, we talked about this yesterday. Everybody that's watching this now, we had a phone call, but it led me, as I was kind of reflecting on everything we've been doing today, and what the industry has kind of created already is almost a trap. And I really started to think about this today. When you go anywhere else, and when we refer to grinding, okay, you're doing this like 8, 10, 16 hours a day just to try to get one person or get one post to work right, or paid media, whatever you're working on, because you bought a product somewhere else, and that product basically only taught you to grind. My friends, this is something magical, as you heard from Ariel there, that this is easy. And now she gets up at 3 in the morning just to see if it's working. I'm going to go ahead and mute myself out. Anybody have any more questions for Ariel there? Nope.
No, I think she pretty much covered it. I was just actually reviewing some of the comments in the chat over here, and yeah, one person, M. Cooper here, he said he got paid. He got one paid member in 48 hours. Congrats, buddy. And that's what we've noticed that's been pretty typical is a lot of people they come on board, and within a very short period of time, they've got a new member under them, and they're making money, which is really cool. Whereas in traditional, you come on board, and let's say that you're a brand new person, you decide that you want to try making money online because you're like, oh man, making money online, that's the way to go. That's the future. Actually, it's been around for a long time, but in your mind, all of a sudden you're like, I want to be able to make money online. So you start searching for different ways to make money online, and then you run into product after product after product after info product after course after course after course, and finally you decide that you're going to click on a button and buy one, right? So then you go through this product, and then all of a sudden there's an upsell, and you're like, oh shoot, it's $100, but oh, there's so many really cool things with it. So you buy that upsell too, and then maybe there's another upsell, you pass on that. Anyway, you go through this long list of upsells and downsells and all these things. Then you start to finally get ready to go through the product. You're going through the product, and you start doing what you learn on the product, right? Well, all this time you still haven't made any money yet, and you're going through and you're doing everything that you learn on the product. 2 or 3 weeks down the line, you're still doing everything you learned on the product, and you still haven't made any money yet. And then you're sitting there scratching your head saying, well, why isn't this working? And then you get an email that says, are you frustrated that this isn't working for you? And you're like, well, yeah, I am actually. You open up the email and you see, and you read through it, and it says, are you trying this one strategy and it's just not working for you? Are you trying to do X, Y, and Z, and you've been doing it for 2 or 3 weeks and it's just not working for you? You haven't made any money yet, and you're thinking, yeah, shaking your head, yeah. And you say, okay, well, you click on the link, and then you see something else, and you're thinking, oh man, this is it. This is the answer, right? And so you buy that thing too. Well, guys, this happens over and over and over, and that's just with info products, okay? Then we take, companies, network marketing companies, affiliate marketing type of companies. It's the same thing. It's the same thing that happens with all of these, and the frustrating part with a new person is a new person ends up jumping from one company to another, usually following a leader, right? Well, most people, if you've ever experienced this before, when you're on Facebook and you see some person says, "Oh, I just made $1,000 in 2 days," or "I made $5,000 in whatever amount of time," $100,000 in 2.5 seconds, all these different numbers and different things. That's all cool and that's impressive, and yeah, that gets a lot of people. But here's the thing. That person has been doing it for a lot longer than you have, typically. And so while that person can do that, that person can start with one company or something like that. They can start generating a bunch of results there, and then in the next 60 days they decide to another company is going to open, so they jump over and they start talking to all these other people over here and showing some different results. So then pretty soon everybody who's under them over here jumps to another one, and so every 60 to 90 days they're jumping to a new deal, and they have a whole team that's following them into the entire deal because they're the team leader, and every single person wants to work with that person. They enjoy working with them, but they haven't made any money. You see a problem with that? And it's cool because I've had many different people. Every single person on this panel has had many different people. We're going to bring Greg out here in just a second. He's experienced this as well, where you've produced some really good results, and now you look back and when you're a producer, that's what you focus on. You focus on producing, putting together trainings to teach your team whatever it is that you want them to do, the things that got you to have success, and then you let them work on that themselves while you go out and produce more, right? So the speed of the group is always determined by the speed of the leader. Well, if you're the leader, you got to be out front leading, right? You don't have time to go back and teach and train everybody, but what you do is you set up systems and infrastructures to teach them automatically. You might spend like a week or 2 weeks on nothing but trainings and doing hangouts and different things to support your team. And that way, that leverages your time. So then you put together a system and an infrastructure back there for them to access at any point. So when you're bringing new people on, you just put them into the system. Bring new people on, put them into the system, because the system will train them, right? Well, the downside is the average person just doesn't have a following. They don't know what to do. Even though the system trains them, it still takes a little bit of a learning curve before they actually finally make some money, right? Well, the cool thing is we've shortcut all that. We've shortcut pretty much everything, and we've also eliminated the whole problems with attrition to begin with, right? Because why do people leave? People leave your business. I promise you, if they're not making you money, unless they love you a lot, unless your trainings and everything are absolutely the most valuable thing that they've ever experienced in internet marketing history, they're gonna find something else. They're gonna be gone because they start treating what you're doing as an expense versus an investment into their future. And so, I've had the privilege of having many people stuck around me for many years, even some that never really made any money. They stuck around because of the value that we usually add as a team to whatever it is that we decide to focus on. But eventually, it's only a matter of time before a person leaves if they're not making money. And so what we've designed is a bulletproof way for anybody to come on board and start making money very, very quickly. And it's because of the structure, because of the whole system that we've designed here, that really sets this whole thing apart from anything else that's out there in the make money from home space. So with that being said, Greg, my man Greg is out here. He's got the Barry White voice, and he's the
Barry White, baby.
That's right. What's up, brother?
I am excited. I am so excited. I'm more excited than I am today than I was 30 days ago. If you would have told me that I would have a team of 492 people in just 35 days, I would think that you were lying to me. And all I did was recruit 33 people myself. So with those 33 personals in the system, I have 492. Wait, I woke up this morning and had 475. How do I have 492 right now? This system works. Let me explain. Let me explain the best way I can about this system. All right, it's a movie that came out in the 80s. It was called Colors, and it was a movie about. It had Robert Duvall in it, Sean Penn, Don Cheadle, and it was about gangs in L.A. And Robert Duvall was a veteran cop. He knew the streets of L.A. He knew how to handle the gang members, right? Then you had Sean Penn, was a rookie cop, and Sean Penn was gung ho, right? He was new, he had his badge, and he was ready to go and fight crime. So this scene that I love so much in this movie reminds me of the 110 method. And what happened was they were sitting up top on a freeway, right? And they were looking down at the gang members selling drugs. And Sean Penn was so hyped up to go, let's go get the bad guy, right? So he got his stuff together. He got his billy club. He got his gun. He was getting ready, got the shotgun, getting ready to go down there and run down there and get him some gang members. Now, this is the part that I like and which reminds me of the 110 method. Robert Duvall stopped him, and he said, why run down there and get one of them when we can walk down and get them all? So everything out there in space right now, people are running to the cyclers or whatever it is to get like this fast money. But if we walk down, we can get all the money. And that's what the 110 method is. It's not, you won't get in tonight and start making $10,000 a month. But if you can hang with us for 6 months, I can guarantee you, the creators, they don't want to do income claims, but I can guarantee you, if you can hang with us and run with us for 6 months, you will be making enough to quit your job. And then you continue on to 12 and 18 months, you will be making $50,000 to $60,000 a month. The 110 method is where you want to be. But we want people to get in with us who see the vision and want to rock out with the vision. We don't want anybody to get in and pay their money and just sit there. Yeah, you will get paid if you sit there, but you're slowing up what we're trying to do. We're trying to feed families, 2015. 2015, we want everybody who's watching this video right now to be a six-figure earner. Now, excuse me for being excited, but I didn't know that this thing was going to be how it is. We have 750 people in 30 days from word of mouth. We haven't even ran the paid traffic yet. And I was on the call, on the leadership call yesterday, and to hear the numbers that Jim was talking about is just it's just amazing. You guys have no idea. Even the members on our team have no idea where this thing is getting ready to go. It's nothing that has ever been done like this online. So if you're watching this and what I'm saying to you resonates with you, why don't you go down in the comments section and put Amen Greg or something, Amen 110 method. And after you do that, I want you to click the button and get in, because it's crucial that you get your position tonight, because when these guys start running this paid traffic in a minute, you want to be positioned in front of that wave, baby. And I'm just going to leave it at that. All right, so click the button, get into the team, and let's get to rolling.
Bam. You know, when you just first thing that came into my mind when you came out was that one song, "Here Comes the Boom." You know? I'm like, oh man, go ahead, Eric.
We can close it out right there, right?
That's what I was gonna say, but I mean, hell hath no fury like an excited team member, my friends.
I love
that. Is what it is. Greg, fantastic job with your team. I mean, you have done an incredible job leading everybody. It is no wonder that you're at whatever number you said, 392.
492.
492. Holy shit.
I'm almost at 500 members on my team.
Nice.
And by tonight, I'll have 500 before I go to sleep tonight. I guarantee you that.
Oh, I'm sure of it, brother. I'm sure of it. You spoke of numbers. Let's just rock this right on over to Jim, the numbers man, and he's just going to paint the picture for you. He's going to
get numbers out. Numbers that Greg was talking about. Yeah, that they're what's in store for current team members. Let's just restart that ever. Basically, the sales funnel that we have put together is just kind of brilliant. Bring everybody in at low cost, start building a team, and that's the number one reason why the 110 method was created, was to actually build a team, because that's where the money is at. It's not in me having everybody pay me. It's not Scott having everybody pay him, Greg having everybody pay him. It's a team that's making money that stays with you forever. Because if they're making money, they'll pay you. They'll continue to pay you forever. But leading off of that, when people are starting to rank into the copper opportunity, you're going to get 5 times the income that you're currently making now. And then the silver, you're going to make another 5 times what you're making off the copper and the bronze. And the bronze is always going to be building. The copper is always going to be building. And so it's just compounds and compounds and compounds. But once we start getting into the copper, that's when you're going to start seeing the magic happen. The next 6 sites that we have slotted are slotted to do advertising on get 6 million views per month, and that's a lot of views. They basically control the network marketing industry as far as directing people where they want to go, and we're going to tap into that traffic where we're going to be having probably 2,000 people a week coming to the team just by getting 2% of those guys, or 2% of the traffic we're going. We're not going to go for all 6 million. We're going to go for about 80,000 to start off with. But there's a lot of traffic out there that we're going to be tapping into to really explode this thing. And it happens, Greg was kind of talking about it yesterday. When you build a house, you've got to put a foundation together. And that's kind of like our business. We're building a foundation. You can't buy your furniture and your nice appliances and stuff and just kind of put it on your land. You got to have your foundation, have your walls built, and you got to bring the roofer in. You got to put a roof on. You got to have the electrician run the wires, the plumber runs his wires, or the water out. So there's things you have to do to actually build a successful business, and that's what the Own 10 method is all about. is to get it to you in a sequential way to where you're going to stay in the money from day one until day 60,000. And that's when you're basically, I think, 64 years old. But we are here to stay, and we're going to be just, the magic hasn't started. 2015 is when you're going to see the magic. And that's really the cool thing. Everybody that's on the team right now, Greg did throw some numbers out there, and that's not unrealistic. It's not. That's all I'll say. I won't make any income claims. I stay away from that. But what Greg said is not unrealistic. I always say, in 6 months, you can be making what you made in the last 10 years combined. That's a possibility. Whatever you made in the last 10 years, you can actually make that in 6 months. That's all I've got to say.
Awesome. Well, man, this is one of the things I love about what we do here. And like I said from the very start, this has been a concept for so long, and a dream of ours. After leading a lot of different team members over the years in several different ventures, to see this going and seeing so many other people having so much success, it's huge. And what we really want to do is under promise and over deliver. And so that's why we're very low key on everything that we're doing. And it's just blown up like crazy. So if you're a guest on here, if you're not in, get in. We know what's coming. We know everything that we're doing, and we've let the cat a little bit out of the bag with the current members. And once you go through the sales funnel and you actually see the sales video, you actually watch how we're building this. Yeah, you haven't seen anything yet. When we start looking into the future and beyond, we're basically going to be what's talked about in the very near future, because we're the only system that it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what happens in the economy. It doesn't matter what happens to any companies. If a company goes out of business, everybody in this team will be fine. If a company does something stupid, drops everybody's commissions, aren't paying out, everybody in this team is fine. We don't have to worry about any of that because as of right now, I actually have been in communication with two companies, the owners that are begging us to actually include their company into our system. Now, I said that was going to happen when it was about 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago. I said that's what's going to happen, and it's already happened. A lot sooner than what I thought, because I figured it wasn't going to be until about 2 or 3 months from now where we were going to have companies saying we want to be the next company that is featured in your system. Well, there's people that are pounding down the door that have really good products. They have a really good compensation structure. And so now we're just sitting back and we're reviewing them, and we're picking and choosing on who we want to dominate. Basically, is what what it kind of boils down to. And this is something that is going to be going on for a long time. And the difference here is, I think Greg actually was the one that really pointed this out first. Out of all of us, I think we all kind of had it in our heads, but he really pointed this out, because Greg's got some skills. He's got some skills to really bring stuff into the forefront that you might not have thought of, and just bring some realism to it. What we're really doing here, most people go out and they join a company, and then they try to build a team within that company. Right? You got XYZ company. Oh, I'm going to join this XYZ company. Now I'm going to try to build a team within this company. Well, no. What we're doing is the exact opposite. We've got a team. We're building a team, and we're taking over the entire industry. Because with this team that we are currently building right now, we have the ability to go into any single opportunity that we choose. Now, we choose 10 different opportunities within our system. However, we all know the industry. That may change. There may be one of those companies that might go out. That's okay. Our team is solid. Our team is there. We just put another company in its place. Everybody's right back up to making the same money that they were before. Well, it might be 72 hours, give people time to click on a button, fill out a few forms. But, you know, that's essentially what we've done and what we've pulled off and what we continue to do. That's why we're up to 720, what was it, 724 members in the last 28 days. So yeah, it's phenomenal when you go to bed and you wake up and you got 10 more members, you know, that have come in. Now, you know, you can be a part of that at any time you choose. And in fact, you heard Jim already. We haven't even started what we plan to start, and that's going to be starting very soon here. Within, you know, 2015 is going to be the year of the 110 method. Period. There's nothing else that's going to be able to compete, because if you've never made money before, you're going to make money here. And we're not worried about big fish, big leaders, anything like that, the top 3%, because if every single person who is in their downline and something else comes over here, they're not going to have anybody else, you know. So they're going to have to eventually come over anyway. So, yeah.
Sorry, man. I was just doing my hand signals when you said we're not looking for big leaders. I'm saying we're looking for you.
Yep.
You guys watching this right now, you're the reason why we built this. You, the 97% of people have been struggling, whether it's been 6 months, a month, 10 years, a decade, whatever it is. Guys, we've felt your pain. We've done this. We've been in your shoes. We've worked our ass off and not seen any results. You know what? We've worked our ass off and seen results. We know what it takes. This is why we created. We came together and we said, look, there's a problem. There's a problem in this industry, and people just can't do it for whatever reason. Let's make it so they can. You know, and I just want to reach back about a minute ago what Scott said about the companies that we align with. Guys, we just don't pick one. Okay, we do the due diligence. Okay, we spend weeks or months digging through them, contacting the owners, figuring out what, you know, where are they going to go. We tell them what we're doing. They know we're together on this as we move forward. So it's not just like picking a can of soup off the shelf. You know, we didn't just pull somebody's fantastic new post off of Facebook and decide that was the one we were going to go with. Guys, we do the due diligence for you. We do the emailing for you. We capture and take care of the leads. All you have to do is share one link. You share one link, and you get 10 times the income, one team build, all the way through. Greg's got me fired up like nobody's business. He has a...
I was ready to join all over again. I don't know about you.
I know.
I was just like, when he started doing the clapping thing, I was sitting there thinking, we will rock you. You know?
It's kind of like Wolf of Wall Street, where it's like, It's a great show.
I watched that the other night again. It's a great show.
You know what? I did too. That's awesome. Hey guys, well let's get back to this. Paul, what do you got?
Because you're just blowing it up.
Dude, you got the looks, man. That's all it takes.
He's a sexy Canadian.
I wish I had a camera so I could see you guys, but it's all good. You know what? I don't really have a lot to say. I don't know what I can really add to this at this point. You guys just blew it up. But like what we're doing here, we've had this vision for a while, guys. You know, coming together and solving really a lot of the problems that are in the industry and, you know, the home business industry in general. And we're doing something completely different. And that's how you kind of know that, you know, you're on the path of success when you're doing something that's different. And then you're seeing these results on top of it. And, you know, we're going in a direction that's really exciting is what I'm getting at. And it's awesome to see all the success. And And the system's designed in such a way that it forces every member to build a team, but while we take on all the responsibilities of actually managing that team. So you don't have to do all the stuff that you'd traditionally have to do, like Scott was saying, and Jim was talking about, and Aaron was talking about. All of the email marketing, all these different things, building the infrastructure, managing the infrastructure, owning the company, taking on all of these other responsibilities to make this happen. You don't have to do any of that. You just plug in, fill in a few forms, get started with that bronze level opportunity, and you can start making money with our system. Like, it's really that simple, and that's what makes it exciting, guys. So not only you can succeed, but your team has the tools to do the same thing. Now, we're not promising that everybody's going to be making money, but we're promising that if you follow exactly what we have laid out for you, you plug in to our training and you do, what is it, less than 33 minutes a day worth of work, you can yield results that are life-changing, like Jim was talking about, like Greg was talking about. We are going to change lives with this system, guys, and it's just a matter of time. It's already playing out in front of us. 700 people have already said yes. They've already decided to join, and it's only a matter of time before it's thousands of people, guys, and it's just going to keep growing because of the nature of the system, because of the way it's designed in a viral fashion. We're basically able to utilize everything that we've all of our experiences, everything that we've done in the past, combine it into this one system, solve all these problems for people, and they can leverage that system for $7. That's literally the cost to get started. It's a one-time cost of $7. We're not going to be billing you monthly. It's one-time cost, and that gets you lifetime access to the system, guys. It's really a no-brainer. And when you can share something powerful like that with people, it's awesome. It really is. So, I don't know. I don't want to take up too much time. The system speaks for itself. It really does.
Well, let's. Thanks, Paul, buddy. Always awesome having your input on everything. You've got that mind that just sees it a different way than some people may or may not. So let's go ahead and let's kick it over to Ariel. Ariel, you got any final words that you wanna come out and share real quick?
Not other than just follow the steps. I mean, I can't come up with any out of that.
You're awesome, Ariel. Keep up the good work. Appreciate you. And guys, again, the system's one thing, but the system doesn't work without the people. And we created this for the people, and that's why it's the people that's making this work. It's the leaders and every single person that contributes that makes this whole thing function as like a well-oiled machine. Wait till we start doing some of this paid traffic. It's gonna completely blow the doors off, and it's gonna be unstoppable. So with that being said, Greg, buddy, come out. Got any final words for everybody?
Yes, I have final words. You guys need to get into this. This is not something that you sit on the fence with, because your position inside of this team is important to you. So if you just wait around on a $7 decision, and then tomorrow morning, like I said, I have 492. I guarantee you, when I wake up tomorrow morning, I will have 500 plus on my team. Don't you want to be, 493? Or you don't want to wait. Don't wait, because the more you wait, the more it's gonna be hard for us to put people under you. All right, so get in today, click the button, or get back with whoever invited you to this hangout, because they care enough about you to want to get you into this. And they may have not been able to explain it like we were able to explain it tonight. So now you know what you have in front of you. Click the button and get in.
Amen, brother. I think that about wraps it up. Top of the hour. I think we're good. So thanks everybody for coming out, and we'll catch you next time. Click on the button down below. Get started right now.